really had a deja vu moment here in a situation where you're like, I've literally been through this like multiple times in multiple relationships. I was saying that in the last part. I was saying something about like part of the reason why this may be triggering is because you may be like, I've been through this with someone else, and is this like a pattern? Is this a cycle? Why does this keep happening in these relationships with people that you believe to be soulmates? There's like somebody who's not really a super important piece here or person here in the situation, but there's something about like this other person. It's like they're coming into the frame here because there's a way that like them having eyes on the situation, or you seeing something going on with them, it's supposed to bring something into perspective correctly, so that it could be like you've just been thinking a lot about how what you're seeing with your person or how they're moving. There's something about maybe you're having some kind of reflection about how someone in the past or an ex like moved with you, or how they look at your behavior, or how they're viewing you online, or if they're observing you, how they're seeing you and the thoughts that they're having. And then you could also be observing another person. So it's like karmic like levels, right? It's like a web. There's something significant about it. Decision. And it may also be part of the reason why this is so crushing, or you feel so heartbroken here. Someone is seeing, or you just recently saw a decision that someone that you believed to be a soulmate is making or made in their life, is how I'm seeing this. So it says wrong reasons, contemplating, stay or leave, uncertain. But you also might be, it's like you're feeling all the feelings of knowing like this person has made this decision or whatever this is, right? But then there's also this energy of like, well, you don't fully know everything, you don't know the whole story, or you don't, it's like you've stepped back far enough to not know exactly what's going on in this person's life. So there's this energy of like you being maybe uncertain about it, but however this looks on the outside, it's like, no, it's pretty heartbreaking, and it's pretty triggering. Love, unconditional compassion, genuine union. So we're starting with only you and then ending with love, which I was saying, this still is like your person in some way. This still is like the person that you love. That's why it's as heartbreaking as it is. I want to know how this person sees or feels about you right now, because whatever they're going through, whatever's on their mind, whatever is happening in their life, it might help us to understand more like the position that you're taking here. So I was saying in part one though, there's something about like a friend group or people being connected, or you having some way of hearing what's going on. I don't think it's just through observing online. I think part of the reason you guys can observe each other online is because there's mutuals, like you guys have connections that are similar. It's not just an online thing. So you guys live in the same town and people are friends with other people, and there's a way that there's like gossip could be involved, or other people know other people's tea. Does that make sense? I don't think this is like a long distance situation. I think this, and if it is, it wouldn't be unheard of for like someone who isn't like in your circle to have something going on like friendship wise, or for them to have easy access to somebody else who in this situation, this like love triangle-y past person situation. I don't think it's like a long distance thing, or that this person's like a state away. I kind of feel like this is like, if that were the case, just for collective energy wise, someone around you, someone in your circle would have like close enough access to the person that is far away for it to not really be like a long distance thing. Does that make sense? You're feeling a type of way where you're like kind of holding this in. I don't even think that you have like really shown this person this or said anything to this person, but they're picking up on the fact that you have pulled back or in some way, or you've asked for something back, or like they know what that means, or they understand what the next move would be in some way, if that makes sense. Gratitude. This is for how this person is feeling in their life, or how they're feeling towards their situation with you. Fed up. Inner awareness. There's something here about like, thank God. It's like, thank God, because I was, there's something here that might be a relief to this person. There's something here that maybe it's a relief to this person that you like. It's like there's something that's stressing this person out, but then there's also something that's kind of a relief, which would make sense because I was saying like if you, in part 2, decided to like, you were going to make decisions with this person and move forward with this person, but then you just decided to stop talking about it because you weren't seeing any movement happen. Initially, this person could have been relieved or thankful that you kind of took a step back from talking about it. But then I think this person kind of like tuned in and maybe gained some awareness of like, oh, it doesn't just mean like I can relax because this person's not pushing this anymore. No, it means like, you know what I'm saying? It's like when your lady is silent, she's not arguing with you anymore. There's something that's like they've checked out or they're, you know what I'm saying? It's like eventually when you get to that place, it's like they're actually like, oh, and they could also be recognizing how fed up you are, right? I'm going to go with both of those things. I feel like this person... Also, I was saying something about money. If you lended this person money, or if you asked for something back, there's something about them. They do have gratitude towards you for this, but at the same time, they may also know that like if you were to like ask for this back, or if you did, or if this was part of the reason that like something financial happened, they may know that you took whatever action you took or asked for whatever you asked for because you were fed up. I also feel like this person initially... They were forgiveness or forgive. They have an understanding. I'm seeing inner awareness as like they are coming to inner awareness about their situation. But that's how it always was. I don't think this person's not self-aware. That's what I was saying about like that King of Wands and Emperor energy. Like the person is in control. They know what's up. They know what moves they're making in their life. That they're, you know what I'm saying? Sorrow. Worn out. So part of the reason why I think this person was grateful that you lit up on whatever this is because this person is very much in tune and knows that they are worn out in their own life. They may also have had some kind of like energy of like relief, overwhelmed. Because I think that they could have felt like there was a lot of pressure on them for a while. But again, I feel like your position in that would be like, well, yeah, this is the position this person got themselves in whatever, you know, moves they chose to make in their life. But truly, I do think this person needed a break from this. But it's like the moment that you give them a break from whatever something was, it was because you were so pissed or you were so fed up or you were so heartbroken with whatever this is. And initially, I think this person was just happy to like, or relieved to not have some kind of pressure on them. But at the same time, they're sad about the situation or not moving forward. But they're also relieved because it wore them. It's something about it. They felt worn out. Intrusive thoughts. Acceptance. And then jealousy. I think this person also could have been worn out about if you were someone who, I kind of feel like you both maybe were like this, but if you were someone who would get really stressed out about like what this person was up to, or if they were involved with someone else, especially like if you saw that this person was, because there was something you saw or you observed that shattered your heart, that made you feel heartbroken. There's something about like it could be like the jealousy or what this person sort of tried to accept that was just, maybe they thought it was like a possessive trait or something like that. There's something about them, this put a strain, or they feel like this put a strain on the relationship. because I think there's something about this person. The thing is, I think they tried to understand this, or they do understand it, because I think this person was also kind of like this, which is what I was saying. But I think part of it is that you guys, maybe this showing up like this person was somewhat relieved initially when you guys separated, because this person was fed up, they were worn out, they were full of sorrow. I also feel like this person was trying to figure out how to like reconcile having acceptance for this relationship and moving it forward and doing what you want to do, and then also figuring out, you know, their situation. But then there's also like, they struggled with stress, they struggled with intrusive thoughts, and I think they also struggled with jealousy, or they could have seen you as like a jealous person, but you could have had like every right to be like, this could have been a situation where you could literal prove like how this person was moving in their life. Bottled up. I think this person also knew that you were so fed up and you moved the way you moved because this came out in mirrors, right? You bottled stuff up. I think this person's now kind of in a position where, because of the position you've taken, they kind of have to move through something on their own, or they have to move through this on their own. And so there's this energy of like, they have to learn, or now they might have to feel what you felt in terms of like, you know, when you gave this person all the time to make these decisions, they moved how they moved, and there's this energy of like, well, now they can have all the time in the world, because now it's sort of like, if they want the time of day here, they know this, like they would potentially have to like it's like they would just have to learn how to process internally like what's going on with them, and this person's they're not having a great time. But there is something here about this like gratitude. I do feel like this is the type of person who has expressed gratitude to you recently or in some way. Like there is something about this person thanking you, and that could have had to do with something financially. I'm gonna ask about how this person feels. How this person is viewing their situation with you. How they're feeling about it. Possibilities. Free-spirited adventure. Risks. Influences. Attachment. Third parties. Peers. Cloudy judgment. Illusions. Unbalanced. Distorted. One day. Somewhere. Someday, another time. Mistakes. Misunderstood, victim, lost soul. Abandoned. Left out, walked away, cold. Beauty. Graceful, charming, kind-hearted. Only you. You guys both got that. Devoted, attached, and crave. They are craving you and then hoping, expecting, faith, and manifesting. This person does want a chance with you, or they want a chance to try and like, they want to do something, but they also know that like based in whatever position you've taken here, it's like there's this energy of them maybe looking at the situation like, because of how they moved, and because maybe there were people involved here with this influence third party attachment card, there's something about the risks that they took and then everything that was involved here that they understand how your judgment was cloudy and how you were in a position here to kind of just completely trust this person and expect them to like not disappoint with whatever moves that they had with the ball in their court. And they put this off for this one day. This person fully knows what the deal is. They completely understand your perspective. So this person takes responsibility for this. They understand, and they also maybe feel like it was a mistake to kind of just abandon the situation the way that they did. But this person, they're hoping for you. There's longing again. You have only you, beauty, graceful, charming, kind-hearted, hoping, expecting, faith, manifesting, devoted, attached, and craving, aching, and wanting. You're all in this person's mind. Bitterness, resentment, anger, hurtful words. Clinging, obsessed spying. Hold on. So this person, they are looking in on you. You got that too, though, which means that you either saw them pop up, or you know that they're watching you in some way, or you know through another person, or it's like you can tell based on when another person, what I was talking about in part 2. But you both got that, and you both are understanding of what the case is there, holding on, obsessing, spying, but then bitterness. This person, they maybe also assume that because you know that they can see or have access to you in some way, that you don't like this, or that you think that they're clingy in some way, or that, and I think this person just tries to like stuff it down or hold it down because they don't want to stress you out with this. This could have been a specific thing that you mentioned to this person. And there's something about like this idea of like, this could be like a friend thing, or this could be like there's something in the past that maybe you guys had a moment of like, with this influence card, there's something about it, they feel like that was a risk in the situation. If you guys have similar friends, or there's something here that they feel like they made a mistake about that had to do with other people's involvement, or that had to do with you guys having access to each other at a certain time, that you maybe made it clear how you felt about something. But this person, it's like they're fully understanding, they're fully aware of the situation, and they understand how you feel about the situation, this person. So they fully know, but they also fully very much want you and are very focused on you. Apology, forgiveness, return, and sorry. I think this person thinks that you would be upset with them. There's that apology card again. Fantasy, daydreaming, imagining, fantasizing. Yeah, I think this person right now, I think, is at a crossroad, because I think there's something about like, you know, the way that they moved. They fully know how you perceive this. They also know that if they came in, if they apologize, if they try to make amends, if they try to make this better, if they try to manifest, you know, and move forward from what they feel are their mistakes here, they know there's possibility, or they feel like energetically that there's possibility here. But I think that they stop there because there's this energy of like, they might feel like you would be resentful at them, because there's this energy of maybe them thinking that you don't trust that like they do want to move forward, or that they actually would, because you imagining this or wanting this for so long, right? That it eventually felt like a fantasy, or like you never actually got it, right? This person, they are fantasizing about this. They're very much still holding on to the same hope that they used to have about your guys' relationship in the past. And I feel like for you, you're like, well, that may not even feel like relatable to you anymore, because you may not still have those hopes with this person. Right now, there's too much like heartbreak attached to it. Apology again. Broken, shattered, heartbroken, destroyed. You both got that. I think you both saw it with each other. I think this is a situation where you both did see that. It's just the moves that you guys made, or the moves, it's showing up like it's the moves this person made. I think you did a lot of waiting. I think you did a lot of manifesting. And like I was saying, the tables have turned a bit, because this person's really hoping and manifesting for you in the situation right now. They really hope there's some possibility here, but I'm not seeing a lot of like action oriented. I think this person feels